Okay, let's start the little shop tour here. First thing we're going to look at is Ray's new Explorer. This will be the first race coming up here, Vegas to Reno. He bought the truck from Scott Douglas. He races at Core Off-Road Racing, which is a short track off-road racing you might see on TV once in a while. Those fans you're looking at are for the transmission and the oil cooler right there. Ray managed to get AMS Oil to continue sponsoring him, so that's pretty cool. What we're going to look at next is Greg's 99 truck. We had a little bit of body damage at the last race. The last time this truck was raced, it doesn't go to every one with us. So it needs new front fenders and a new door. We got all this back from paint this week though, so that'll be getting done here pretty soon. We got to get the seats back in it and the dash, but that doesn't take a whole too long. We got 10 days before the next race. So we got to get all this stuff back together. Greg was doing some wiring this week. It needed some wires burn up because they had a small fire in it and everything. But it's coming together. Here's the 05 truck. It's pretty much together. It just needs the rear end put back in it. And Robert Brownlee is our guy that comes in and rebuilds those for us, so that'll be done. That's pretty easy. Then Greg needs to put spark plugs in it. Just got to move those shock reservoirs out of the way and the air intake, stuff like that, and probably have to take the hood off too because he said it's a pain in the butt. We need an awful lot of light for the Vegas to Reno race because they end up racing in the dark for probably about 4 hours. So that top row is HID lights. Those are really, really bright. And then the other 4 are just regular. There's our tire changing and tire balancing machine. Couple spare V10s. Seems like Greg's got those laying all over the place. But you never know when you might need an engine, so there you go. And we'll walk over here to the other side of the shop and see what we got going on over here. I talked to Kyle for a bit. First thing we'll see when we walk in here is our race simulator. Greg had this built for his buddy Rob, who is a game developer, and he's developing an off-road game. It's got 3 32-inch LCD screens and a 5.1 surround system on it. So it's pretty wild. A lot of fun. We have stayed many a late nights playing that thing. So we got to take this off here today, Kyle?
Yep. We got to move that aluminum out of the way too. I'm thinking if we put the engine hoist on the back, we should be able to pick up the front of it. And another guy here, he can roll the engine hoist back.
Isn't it going to be heavy though?
Kind of. The 2 people on the front and the engine hoist on the back, we ought to be okay. Get it to the very end of the table.
And we have to figure out where Greg wants it. We might be able to just bring the big crane over here.
If we can get it over here, that'd be cool. But for now, we can just set it.
Yeah, if we get it out of that area, we can probably crane it from Scott there.
hung these body panels up on the wall while we were at a race. They actually cut the tires and rims in half and hung that up there. That's the rest of the body panels from our wreck at the Vegas 300 where we rolled the truck over. And Dad, you got the hood to that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And Scott's a little bit, he got some spare time. Lee, that's Lee's chassis right there that Kyle built, and there's our welding area. And this is Greg's F250 pre-runner. It's going to be a 4-wheel drive pre-runner, 4-seater. Should be pretty fun. We're going to start working on that here pretty soon and get it all finished up. So that'll be quite fun. It'll have a V10 as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Ancient Chinese weapons. That might work. You kill somebody with that.
This is a fixture table. Has 1,200 holes in it. It's like that one that the chassis is sitting on over there. It's so you can build trailing arms or what have you in perfect square. Over here under this cover is Scott's 1965 Pontiac Tempest GTO, and it's completely restored. It has a very cherry paint job on it. It looks kind of dull there, but it's just the camera angle. There we go. There's a nice shine. and they had a problem with the motor they put in it. Something they did wrong and with aluminum heads and caused it to roll off the cam. So we are soon going to be putting this one here, and it's going to have about 500 horsepower. So it should be pretty nice. And then we're going to go cruising because it's a convertible. There's Scott's 56. It's got the NASCAR style exhaust on it. This car he had on the dyno, it's got 630 horsepower, I think, somewhere in there. Yeah, we took it around the industrial park a few times. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Well, that's about it. That's the end of my tour. Thanks for watching.